it's really been a long day with delays and such, and we get into the channel and producers like, no one talk. We have to wait. And wait we did, Sprawll.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a little bit painful. I wanted to speak, but when the producer says something, you gotta listen, right? And we're gonna be live into this match already. RGN Winter Classic. We are in the upper bracket finals. This is about to go down.
Yeah, I'm liking this. Look at this in mid right here. Look at this. It sure is stacked in here.
Yeah, we're actually in the pistol round right away here.
Yeah.
As we do see, it's going to be LunatiK. So our map pool, just for a heads up here, it's going to be Cache, Inferno, Nuke. So MouseSpaz picked this first map, so that's why you're seeing LunatiK starting on the CT side here, and we are live in the match. It's just a very slow first round.
Very strange.
It really is. It really is. As we do see the bomb, it's in A main right now. We got Cutler inside of Squeaky, and the rest of the terrorists are flanking through a highway. And this is going to work out well unless Dumore has something to say about it. And Valens, Dumore both getting frags, but Cutler, FNS, they're going to be firing back here as they will be able to get the bomb down, but they're fairly lit.
I love that. I love that. 3 boosting, stalling mid, and LunatiK had no one in mid to protect against that, so they just dropped right through mid, ran all the way up cat, and took A easy peasy. Lemon, Relics, and Slemmy all retaking. Slemmy goes down red way. Relics trades back. Someone's sticking the bomb already. That's Relics running into the site, somehow splitting between Finesse and Cutler. However, they're going to make no mistake, and split the kills that round 3-2. Finesse getting the better of that deal. 3-0 and 2-0 for Cutler. A good start for MouseSpaz, and that was a strange play. I haven't seen that very much, if not at all. So some creativity early on from MouseSpaz.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent pistol round for them. I'm a little confused at how LunatiK tried to retake that, and like you said, Relics kind of running right for the bomb and stuff like that. They didn't really search those post-plant positions. They just kind of went straight for the focus, which was the bomb. But obviously MouseSpaz, they're playing good positioning, and that's going to be the round for them as we are into round number 2 here. As this best of 3 is underway, I'm very excited to see how this match is going to go. We do know that LunatiK, MouseSpaz, they played each other not too long ago in the Face It Cup. That was the December G2A Face It Cup, and believe it or not, it was the exact same map pool. Literally to the order of it. So it was Cache, Inferno, Nuke, and it was a 2-1 victory by MouseSpaz, but we'll see if LunatiK maybe can come back here, as we're going to see Tarek taking down Flosik. That's going to be in the vents via that Tech 9. So he's the one kind of saving his money as the rest of the T's have rifles on the board.
That's he's making use of that new Tech 9 buff, as there was an update today. The action continuing at bomb site B. Slemmy getting one outside of B main. And MouseSpaz down to 3 members versus the 4 of LunatiK. They are weaponized. They have 2 Galils and an AK, and Finesse has another frag here, as he will take the bomb and head towards highway. And LunatiK, perhaps realizing they are under-tooled for the scenario, are going to have to all rotate towards bomb site A after kind of throwing all their weight towards B. So a bit of a feint here from MouseSpaz. The bomb will be planted, and the post-plant positions for the terrorists underway as Hayes picks up another with the Galil. And he will hang out, or that is Peter in mid, hanging out behind the box, knowing that his enemies don't really have weapons that can pierce. Hayes takes one down. Nice shot from him from sight all the way to Z, and that leaves it all up to Valens, 2 HP. LunatiK was looking good there for the first half of that round, then they kind of petered off. Wow, that was a pun. I'm already doing it, bro.
Not bad at all. That's a good start to the night, as, yeah, that's going to be Valens going down, and he's going to lose that rifle. So another round for MouseSpaz, and they're going to be able to, obviously, continue this momentum. They're on the T side, CT-sided map, so definitely they're looking hot so far. We do see it's going to be FNS. He's got 410 in terms of his stats, and I think that at least for the last matchup that we saw, LunatiK versus MouseSpaz, and you could say this for obviously just any match that has MouseSpaz in, Tart goes off, he is definitely going to be the man of the match. He's the one to watch for here.
You know, he's been an interesting pickup. He's been with MouseSpaz for a few months now. It seems like forever. He's gelled very well. He has really unexpected style of play. Like, he'll straight up do exactly what you're thinking isn't going to happen. And that's huge for your team, because that can lead to some big impact frags here. The setup so far in round number 3 for LunatiK is just Valens getting naded to hell on Cat. He is taking down a 54. Tarek picks up Floki in mid, and like you said, he will be the player to watch, already starting this round with a kill. Slemmy also going down. We are still in the pistol round, so to speak, for LunatiK, as they struggle through their adolescence in this match, trying to pick up guns where they can. Tarek picks up another finesse with the 4th kill of the round for his team, and that leaves it all up to Skylar, who's probably, I imagine, Sprawll, just going to try and salvage a gun here and fall off.
Yeah, he's got FNS right around this corner. He's going to peek out, get a beautiful headshot. So good on him to get a second frag for LunatiK in this save round. As we can see, no CZ75s on the field, and actually, he's going to be dinking Peter. So Peter's down to 13 HP, but if he heads back this other direction, Tarek right around the corner, holding that angle, and that's going to mean a 3-0 for MouseSpaz, as they're going to take the pistol and those anti-ecos. So coming up here, we're going to have the first gun round, rather. So very important round for LunatiK. Let's see what kind of strategy they run. If they decide to get, they're going to have Slemmy with that glass cannon op. So I imagine he's going to be maybe holding B halls, or honestly, there's kind of quite a few main op roles you can play on this map. You can play from quad and A, you can opt from B site into B halls, or even obviously mid is very common as well. So we'll see what their setup is, and it does look like Slemmy is going to be that B halls, or rather A main, rather.
I'm looking to see if MouseSpaz is going to continue to just hammer mid like they've been doing so far in the first 3 rounds here. Peter jumped up there, took a peek around. He's actually going to get boosted from the truck. I love this play. You stand on the truck, your teammate boosts you, and you can peek right over to Cat Box. Unfortunately, it will bear no fruits this round, as LunatiK is going to move 3 members toward a heavy A play right now, as PTR, Tarek, and Finesse all still hanging out in mid. Dumore watching from that important, oh so important vent spot, being boosted by his teammate there. That seems to be a standard part of the meta now. You can always expect a player there. Dumore will be filling that role with a quick rotation. Hayes hanging out outside B. And no play yet from MouseSpaz, but it looks like they're waiting to strike here as they inch ever so closer down mid towards CT side of the map.
Yeah, this is really tense as 35 seconds left, and we see our first frag. That's going to be Peter. They're moving up A highway here, and that's just going to be a ton of frags for the T's. Only Valens left on the map, and he's going to be from truck side. Does take down the bomb carrier, but FNS will finish that off, and that's going to be even more momentum for MouseSpaz as they're moving into a 4-0 lead on the terrorist side of Cash.
It's one of those, man, you can get really creative with your plays, and look what happened there again. They exploited mid, just continuing to grind that down, and it's worked out wonders for them. And the cherry on top for that round, Sprawll, was Hayes hanging out outside B. So as soon as there was a rotation, I believe it was Dumore was taken down instantly.
Yeah, exactly. Just playing out those rotates, obviously very important, as we are going to see a rush into Squeaky. Valens going down right away. Relic still getting aggressive, and Floki as well. So this should be an easy triple kill for Tarek, and yeah, no big deal. He's going to take down those players, and now Dumore, Slemmy, last CTs on the map, and with no economic damage done to the T's, they're just going to have bank for days, as Hazed in that park room there will go down, as Dumore will get the first frag for the CTs, but I'd like to see them get a little bit more, as Peter will shut me up. He's going to put down Dumore with that AWP.
So, unless you've been living under a rock, there was a big CS update today, and the CZ, pardon me, isn't as powerful. Some more nerfing for the CZ, and perhaps these teams a little bit awkward on these save rounds now. But I truly believe, Sprawll, that we'll start seeing the 5-7 more frequently now.
Yeah, one thing to note was on that second round for the CTs, they had all P250s across the board. And again, we sometimes do see that when they want to save a little bit of money and maybe go for a force on the third round. We didn't see that from LunatiK, but they're not getting that gun. And inevitably that could be because of those changes. Honestly, there's a lot of meta being changed there, and it's not really the time to experiment with it when you're in a best of 3 that determines whether you're going to be going to those finals or not.
Floki and Dumore, not much action going on at B for them. Not for the last few rounds, at least. It's all been towards A, and it's all been Tarek as he picks up 2 in A main. Oh, man, Slemmy from upstairs gets one on to Cutler. So perhaps a tunnel with a light at the end, but as I say that's quickly cast away as PTR picks up another op kill. Slemmy, the last remaining hope right now for LunatiK as Dumore, still rotating from B, is trapped in CT spawn. He's going to make his way up towards Truck. It's a 3-on-2. Slemmy's low. He's called it out. He's got a double kill. I'm sure he's happy with that. And on the hunt goes MouseSpaz.
Yeah, and Dumore, he's going to get threatened here as we do see Peter and Tark about to come around the corner, and they've kind of stopped short of actually going for it, and Slemmy will drop Peter. Tark now playing this pretty cautiously, and not a bad idea as he knows there's one close left around the corner. That's going to be Dumore, takes him down, and
I like
FNS, last one on the field as he's going to win the round, and they don't really care if they go down. They're just wanting to take this gear away. Exactly.
They lost the last second from Dumore. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a very, very wide flank there from the terrorists to try and get that kill at the very end of the round. I did like that, though. There was one CT all the way over at B main and one in Z Hall. A little impromptu crossfire there from LunatiK. It seems like they're being beaten at every point, though, Sprawll. It's unfortunate for them. PTR will be opping this round. No other op on the map, as you saw at the end of that round. It was dropped at the very last second. Valens and Floki now playing aggressive mid. Slemmy playing from the Z Hull. PTR gonna run out with the smoke towards B. Oh, running right in sight is Tarek, and he's gonna go for the frag, just deathmatching his way through this game as he bumps his score all the way up to 10-4. So right you are, Sprawll, but Floki being aggressively boosted through mid will run over to A main, pick up a frag, but it's too late. The bomb already planted at B.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have complete control of this site. Slemmy is the only one even close to it, and Valen's now rotating over. They got one from mid. That's going to be Floki, as they are going to attempt to retake here. 4-on-4 situation. They have the time, and Cutler, though, could be key in this defense from MouseSpaz, as he's on the wide flank. He was coming from Squeaky, but right away we're going to see Relix and Slemmy taking down two, but two frags back in the favor of the T's, and we're going to see Tark. That's going to be Slemmy going down. Relix in a 1v2, and that bomb planted in a very opportune position. They planted it. They had plenty of time to get it down, so why not plant it where you're going to be able to cover it from checkers, cover it from B halls, and not stay in sight. So that was a beautiful round by MouseSpaz, moving up 7-0 as LunatiK needs to make something happen here.
If Relix had a kit there, he could have stuck that like a man, but he didn't have one, and such is life in Counter-Strike. Another eco. Man, it seems like LunatiK has just been ecoing forever this game.
Yeah, no doubt. They haven't had any room to get things going. We even look at the frags on the board for them, and they haven't even gotten many frags to get the money, right? So inevitably, that's just going to turn into a bunch of save rounds. So we are going to see... It's going to be a mid-play here, as Color is going to get aggressive near Squeaky. Opens the door, drops Valens down to 35 HP, and we're going to find out if he's going to go down. Yeah, Valens tried to flash his way in, and he's going to get dropped for it. That aggression now. Tar coming from a highway will drop Slemmy. Floki fires back, though, with his 5-7, and Peter now rocking that Tech 9. That's going to be a secondary weapon of choice as he one-taps Relix at the forklift and then finishes Dumore. So that's just going to be a massive round for Peter. As, like I was saying, choose that Tech 9 as the secondary now. That CZ just doesn't come out quick enough.
I'm glad PTR's having good games. It's always hard joining a new team or being on a new team's roster and trying to mesh. But right there, oh, if we see more of that, there's no doubt he will be with MouseSpaz. That was nuts. The Tech 9, yep, just like you said, just tapping away. So he's fitting in nicely with that roster. 8-0. 8-0 for MouseSpaz. They're on T side of Gcash here at the Go RGN. Ooh!
Nice pick by Slemmy.
Yeah,
see if that can
Slemmy, I want to point out real quick, is using it. So is Relix. They're running a 2-op setup right now, Sprawll.
Yeah, we're going to have Relix. He's going to be from Quad, and Slemmy, where he just got that pick, was from Z. They were trying to boost Peter up there, and he was dropped immediately. So good on Slemmy holding that angle, and we do see Cutler still in the squeaky position. They always have kind of someone here, hazed, always working kind of that window room from B halls, just to work the rotates. They haven't decided necessarily, well, maybe they have, but at least from our point of view, they haven't opted to choose a site just yet, and those players are in those positions exactly for that reason.
I want to point out that the M4A1S is now $3,100.
Yeah, no, that's
so
huge.
That's also big. Could be a lot of the reason why we're seeing more ecos. Floki getting catching a little fire there, getting taken down to 88, but Tarek with a nice peek from Catbox picks up Relix to start off this round. Slemmy returns back, Finesse with another, but Hayes, look at him, he's in B. One-man show here. Dumore finally puts him down, and suddenly it's a 2-on-2 as Cutler and Finesse, well, Finesse is taken down, so it's just Cutler now versus 2, and LunatiK looking good here, may be able to find their first round. They've already lost the half.
Hit him too. Cutler in rough shape.
Oh, just legged him right through that smoke. And now Cutler, yes, like you said, will escape to the bomb site. Nope, Slemmy just jumping. Okay, that was retarded.
That was insane. Slemmy, he's waking up here. He's 9-1-7, and he's leading the charge for LunatiK. Let's see if he can kind of hype up his team after getting some key frags there, and that's going to be key to get momentum for LunatiK, as being on the CT side of Cash, you really need to get some more rounds here. MouseSpaz already at a comfortable spot to literally end the half, and you've gotten your first round.
So Tarek still running the show right now at 15-6. He is the first player into the double digits. He also has 2 assists to add on to that for a total score of 39, but you know, this is CSGO who looks at the score. Hayes dropped down to 41 HP early in the round. Do more actually at 6 for the CT, so early damage to Hayes. Oh, the touchdown grenade. Just padding the stats there, buds, as he will rotate off, try and find another frag. Boosted aggressively. Floki again, this works for LunatiK. As they, like I said at the beginning, they are hammering mid, and all of a sudden LunatiK does that, and they're looking in better shape now. But Cutler getting into the site, jumping on the red box, picks up Relics, who is defending there, and now Valens left in the smoke. Valens is well known for his smoke play, and he will hang out with the Famis there, pick up one, get the bomb down. And now LunatiK, the momentum looks to be shifting in their favor here as Hayes picks up one, Slemmy returns v1 again.
Yeah, we're going to see Hayes here coming into the site, and can he drop one? No, he does spray down. I believe that was Slemmy. Yeah, Slemmy down to 32 HP, but Floki will be there finishing that frag. And LunatiK, with their second round, they're getting pumped here, as we do see there is enough money on the T side to, I believe Cutler's going to be dropping for some of his teammates, and FNS has 3,200 as well. So they should be able to drop, but if they lose one more, they should be on an eco, as we are going to see round number 11 commencing here. Slemmy, once again, he's going to be wielding that AWP, actually taking it over to A main, as he's going to get flashed in via Relics, but no one to see here.
It's a forced buy. They've already won that. They clinched the half, so they're in a comfortable position right now. They have a lot of rounds to work with. There are 4 left in the half after this one, according to my maths. No, 11 plus 4 is, yeah, okay, math's hard. Anyways, Sprawll, continuing on, totally ignoring my basic understanding or lack thereof of arithmetic. Relics pushed up in A main. It's going to get the early drop here on any terrorist choosing to push that area. I'm not quite sure, though, if LunatiK realizes that MouseSpaz has surprise bot here.
Yeah, they are forced up. They were able to drop for some of their teammates, and we are going to see just still a very slow play. 45 seconds left on the clock and just very tense as MouseSpaz. This is kind of one of those turning rounds, as in if LunatiK picks this up, they're going to throw MouseSpaz onto an eco, and that's a lot of momentum in their favor as Floki, he's going to spot these 2 players in checker. That's Tarek, FNS going down. Valens now taking down Hayes, and it's all up to Cutler and PTR. Scout in hand for Cutler as he's going to be from B Halls. Peter now coming in from mid warehouse. Relics is here, though, and does win that aim duel with the FAMAS. Last player on the field now. It's going to be Cutler. He's in a very rough position. He's dropped a couple players low, and he could make something happen, but no, Valens going to say no, and that's going to be the round for LunatiK. Momentum in their favor now as MouseSpaz, they're going to be on a save.
That was a 5v1, and they could have gone for the knife for the extra bonus gold, but I guess they were, you know, sportsmanship. But yeah, like you said, MouseSpaz saving.
I think it's also important that if they went for maybe a knife there, if any of them died, look at the money for the CTs. Although they've picked up 3 in a row, they've done so with quite a few casualties. That's the only round where they've actually kept quite a few alive, so their money is still in rough shape. If MouseSpaz randomly wins this eco, and it wouldn't be random, it would be calculated, don't get me wrong, it could be very, very bad news for LunatiK, as they're going to get aggressive into A main here. Valens just holding this spot. As we do see Cutler, he's got a deagle in hand, once again just holding behind Squeaky, FNS, and the rest of the terrorists are going to be working around mid, as they're just going to be waiting for any CTs to get aggressive here.
Yeah, look at hammering mid, man, pushing right through Cutler with the deagle. I saw them digging a lot in the pregame, so perhaps he's feeling it now as they're boosting mid. We saw this an adaptation of this on the pistol round. Oh, Slemmy picks up one, but Hayes with a well-placed 2-tap returns right back, and Cutler gets one with the deagle from Squeaky. This is a great setup here from MouseSpaz on the Eco, and they're looking strong here. They have an op and an M4 now in their hands versus 3 incoming LunatiK players. That's Floki into more from Highway, Relics from Car. He gets one. And that's Tarek. Cutler is going to pick up 2 from Forklift, though. He's having a strong hold here. As out comes the deagle. Oh, one dig. That was just ludicrous. As Demore goes down and MouseSpaz picks up another round there on the Eco.
Yeah, and that all of that momentum that LunatiK just gained just went all downhill, because nothing feels worse than losing to an Eco. This is one of those free rounds that, especially on the CT side, they really should have been able to get, and having MouseSpaz, they literally, like you said, they just stormed out mid. There was no one watching there, and because of that, they were able to hit A at so many different angles that the 1v1s they took weren't 1v1s. They had like 3 pistol players on one rifler, and you could only focus on one person as that rifler. So MouseSpaz picking up another round, 9-3 here, as it does look like they're going to be playing over near the B site. Bomb already heading on in, and this is going to be huge for Dumore. Can he make this happen, as he's going to be tested? They still haven't actually pushed up onto the site, so maybe not realizing he's there, but he will take down Hazed, as that's going to be Tarek dropping him, and needed to get way more than one there was Dumore.
Slemmy is going to be pushing from heaven, looking for some heads here to blast away at its 4-on-4 team. Objective has been fulfilled. Bomb ticking away in sight. The terrorists all in post-plant positions, and the CT's on the retake. Tarek picks up 1. Tarek picks up 2. Finesse gets another, and suddenly Relics, without even breaching the site, is already falling off from vents. Those very short-lived, and PTR running around with that Tech 9 will pick up the frag and bring MouseSpaz to 10 rounds to double digits, bro.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling really good. And again, this is only the first map. So one of the things that we talked about in the best of ones for the lower bracket yesterday is there's no room for slow starting. That's not as much of the case in a best of 3, as you do have another map you can come back on. Like, for example, Virtus Pro, pretty key, or rather pretty known for maybe dropping that first map, coming back in the next 2. So that's something that they talked about quite often at ESCA land there. As LunatiK maybe just waiting to come back in that second map. Obviously, they're not waiting to do it, but it could just be their style of slower starts, as we're going to see Tarek taking down Dumore. That grenade fell in his lap, and Floki will be able to trade back here, as it is a 4-on-4, but Floki down to 12 HP, as Cutler will be spamming through that squeaky door, and that's going to be the spam he was looking for, as he gets a double kill, as the bomb is going to be heading towards A. Last one on the field is Slemmy, and Peter just getting super aggressive near the truck side, putting him down, and MouseSpaz 11-3. They're just looking insane, and they're not even on the favored side of this map. So we are moving to the last round of the half here. It's going to be 3-11, and if LunatiK can pull out the 4th round, maybe they can come back on the other side, but honestly, considering how favored this is for the CTs and how good MouseSpaz has looked, they've really just been coordinated, and all of their executes working out exactly as planned. So if they can be that coordinated on CT, I really don't know if LunatiK can come back in this first map.
A double op setup on T. I mean, you got balls if you're going to do that. And you have 11 rounds as well, so why not? Hey, and as I say that, let's pick up another op, and this is suddenly turned into D-op, as Finesse picks up one more with that very weapon I was just speaking about, and it's all up to a Famis, 2 Famises, a Fami if you would, and an M4 for do more. If it mice, meese, hello, hello. Oh, Finesse picks up another op frag, and this last round, almost uneventfully so, is all Demore here.
And FNS, he's going to pick up the last frag of the half, as MouseSpaz picking up 12 rounds, just looking very dominant in this first match. And again, loser this is going to drop to the lower. So one thing to note is that when they drop down to that lower bracket, it's going to be the lower bracket final. So you guys are going to see here, I imagine, I don't know when it's starting, but somewhat soon I imagine it's going to be Rhythm versus Vex Gaming. The winner of that basically goes on to face the loser of this match. So stay with me here, as basically they're going to be playing a best of 3, and the winner of that goes on to the grand final. So essentially, they do have another best of 3 to play even if they lose, but the winner of this will be moving to that grand final spot, and they're going to be sitting easy till Sunday. They got plenty of time to practice, and that it really does make a world of difference having to focus on a match before the finals or not. So we are just going to see a bit of warm-up going on here. Again, we're about to move into our second half, and this is going to be key. Again, every caster says it. If LunatiK can pick up this pistol round, anything is possible. If they can work that momentum, it really just comes down to how much they've counted themselves out of this map. If they know they can do it, I have all the faith in the world. LunatiK, a talented lineup. They could definitely pull this back. So we are going to be moving into our live pistol round here. We do look at the gear for MouseSpaz. They got a couple pieces of armor. So they got PTR, they got Cutler, and Tarek, all with armor. They got a kit on Hazed, HE Grenade as well, and FNS. He's going to be that main utility guy. He's got smoke and 2 flashes, as on the T side, they're going to be doing the Glock train. They got Slemmy. He's going to be the utility smoke and flash, as they're going to be heading towards that B site. Cutler already taking down Valens. So that's going to be, and Hayes taking down Dumore. So Floki will be able to fire back, so 3v4, but they are still trying to contest this area, and the bomb has made it into sight, but that's going to be all she wrote, as MouseSpaz picking up the pistol round and ending more or less any chance for LunatiK to come back in this map.
That's, they stood tall, man. And it always sucks when you have something like that. Like when you have a strong defense you have to fight against and you lose the pistol. It's so demoralizing. A lot of teams can't come back from that. We'll see if we see any emo buys here from LunatiK.
Yep, we are going to see a Nova on Hayes. So that's going to be interesting, as he wants to develop a bit of a bank early on in this second round here. And we do see the Terrace heading towards that A site, and this is going to be huge. You can see they're full saving. They have all just Glocks on the field because they know if this round doesn't work out, and that actually worries me a little bit, that they're not confident coming into this round, like, hey, let's just armor buy, let's try something. Rather, they're going to opt to go for that 14th round victory. So maybe something to their confidence, or just they want to make something else work here, as they are going to be trying this Glock play. PTR putting down 2 of them right away. So they're going to be heading out into this A site, but Finesse dropping 2 as well. Last player alive. That's going to be Slemmy. He has an M4A4, but the chance knife from FNS, that's going to be huge, as MouseSpaz now having incredible money going into this next round, and also just so much momentum. Just absolutely morale busting, as that knife.
Look at that.
Just,
he bought the op with the money, too. The spoils of war, my friend. The spoils of war.
Yeah, he's going to be feeling good after that one, and the whole MouseSpaz lineup, they're going to be feeling very confident if they can close this out. 16-3, that would be huge, but this is our first gun round, as LunatiK forced to buy up.
Look at this boost in mid, though. That's 2 up mid right away, and perhaps LunatiK has a little trick up their sleeve, too, as Floki gets the opening kill on Cat. Floki's going to try and chase down Cutler, but Cutler holds him off with the 5-7, and he continues to hold mid. Oh, Finesse getting another. Dumort returns back with 2! Galil in quick succession. Now PTR. His teammate Hayes left against 3. Hayes trying to get a little extra money there from kills with that.
Yeah, we are going to be on to a 2v3 here. Dumort is dropped fairly low, but they are going to be heading over to this A site, as Valen's already boosted up inside of A main. He's got a Tech 9 in hand. PTR is here with an AWP. Only 1 player, though. If he misses his first shot, this could be huge. He's going to flash his way in, and that's going to get him 1 kill, but they were working a beautiful crossfire there, and now they're going to be able to have access to the site, as last player on the map, that's going to be Hazed, and not really the weapon you want to be retaking with. He's got a Nova in hand, but opting to drop it for that FAMAS. Good play by him. Call out from the teammate, and we're going to see him heading towards the site. Grenade going down, but he's going to be Molotov'd into a highway, so that's slowing things down just slightly. Hayes does have a kit, so he does have at least a little bit of time to move up, but Valen's putting him down, and LunatiK will be able to get their 4th round, and again, this is more about damage control than winning this first map. They just want to come back with a decent score line so they can feel confident. They can feel like next pistol round of that first match, or rather the second map, they're actually going to have some morale, some kind of team effort to move in and try and go as hard as they can. So 19th round here, as 14-4 is our score line. We did see LunatiK just picking up their first of this T half, and we're going to find out if they can work that momentum, and like I said, just kind of damage control at this point. You're not really working to win the game. Of course you are, but it's just 1 round at a time right now. The best teams are the ones that can think that way, and that's the reason that teams like NIP, they can come back from ridiculous scorelines because it's one round at a time. Keep it going.
I mean, LunatiK hasn't won a round since round number 11. We'll see if they have the guts to kind of try and bounce back from this.
No, LunatiK? They just won the
LunatiK.
They just won the last one.
Yeah, before that.
Oh, I see what you mean. I was confused. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a confusing guy.
It's okay. That's why I like you.
I'm shrouded in mystery.
It's beautiful. It really is. As we are going to see, the bomb is still just down near the truck by T-Spawn. So just working very slow as LunatiK. 45 seconds left on the clock, and we've seen pretty much no conflict. We see some HP being dropped off some of the T players, and PTR as well. He's going to be dropped fairly low, but one thing to note, PTR and Cutler both just rocking the Scout, so weren't able to afford kind of the full AWP buy, but obviously the Scout in its own right has some decent features to it. The jumping ability is pretty insane if you ask me, and we're actually going to see some frags here as that's going to be Tarek, FNS, and Slemmy will be able to fire back. Do more fires back as well, but now all down to Valens as he's going to get the bomb down in A, but doesn't matter. 1v3. He's going to throw his Tech 9, fake the flash, comes out, and can he get Hayes? Will take down Hayes. 13 HP left as he has one flanking the site, and Cutler putting him down. That's going to be putting MouseSpaz on match point.
Not exactly convincing. Gangster.
Yeah, so MouseSpaz here again, moving into match point, looking really solid on this first map. Only 4 rounds for LunatiK, and like I've been saying, they need to make at least something happen on this map, come back in some way, shape, or form, as 4 rounds just does not let you feel very good moving on to Inferno. And again, that is LunatiK's pick, but last time they played that map, that was in the Face It Cup, it was 14-16, so definitely was very, very close. So MouseSpaz, maybe that confidence coming from the first map could make the difference in them stealing that second one, making it 2-0. But LunatiK, I think they can come back, and I hope that they can get a couple more rounds in this half, just so we can see a more confident LunatiK coming out in that second map, as we are in round number 20 here, a minute 15 left on the clock, and all the terrorists working towards this B site. Bomb is still dropped, and they are just waiting for the smoke to disappear, as they're going to have Tarek for the MouseSpaz side. He's in the vents, as Cutler and Checkered, and they have Hazed working back from the generator position. So they have a good defense, and Cutler will start things off early, getting the entry before they can even execute, but that's going to be Relics firing back. 4v4 situation, as the terrorists do have the advantage coming into the site. Not a heck of a lot of CTs here, as Dumore will get that headshot deagle onto Hayes. Slemmy taking down Tarek as well, and it's going to be all down to FNS as he's coming out of Checkered and not really sure where to be peeking, as Slemmy on one side and Valens, he's going to be the key player and coming through the vents, putting him down with the Tech 9, and that's going to be 5 rounds on the board for LunatiK.
MouseSpaz was looking good. They had a chance there last second for Finesse to come up big. But yeah, the Tech 9, man. Perhaps that's some new meta we're seeing right here.
Yeah, certainly some players making it work, and there was even some players before that used it, but definitely you can make the argument that it was a little bit pointless compared to using that CZ75. It just really was the more powerful gun.
If LunatiK can get this, like, they can start building on their rounds here. They're fighting off an eco wing MouseSpaz, right?
Yeah,
they
have
sure a chance to build up.
As we're going to see FNS, he's holding close by quad box here. Tarek, he's going to be from Hazard on a highway. He sees Squeaky come open, and obviously that Molotov flying out as well, as they're going to be breaching the site. It's a split A, Squeaky and A main, as they're going to be smoking off the main part of site and boosting over Redbox. Valens taking down Tarek, but that's going to be Hayes and FNS getting 2 frags here. Again, this is an eco from MouseSpaz, and they have the man advantage, as Dumore from Forklift, Floki, and Slemmy, they're all grouped up and just basically right outside of A main. Dumore will be able to drop Hazed, and that's going to be important as they try and take this site. PTR still on site, though, and he's going to get 1 frag. That's going to be Cutler, though, putting a 1 dig into PTR, and that's going to be working out in the favor of the T's, but Slemmy, last one alive. 1v2 situation, 36 HP, and he's going to get tagged down to 9, trying to work those 1 taps as Cutler, trying to utilize his deagle. And he's going to be falling back. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if he can make that rotate all the way over to the B site. But I imagine after there's not a lot of noise at this A site, they are going to opt to rotate here as we actually see Slemmy working mid. So he might actually go highway back to A, and this could be his demise as we do see FNS still working by forklift. Heard Slemmy flash over, and the one click to end the round. That's going to be MouseSpaz taking things 16-4.